Here's part 11, continuing the fully fictional saga of Dwayne Johnson and George Stephanopoulos on Good Morning America. Part 11. The Media Echo Chamber, Fictional Narrative, approximately 900 words. Even days after the live incident, the digital universe refused to let the story die. Clips of Dwayne Johnson's walk-off continued to circulate, now interwoven with dramatic captions, exaggerated reactions, and commentary from online personalities who had discovered that even a few seconds of live television could sustain millions of views. In a small conference room at ABC, the PR team met once again to review the ongoing online chatter. Screens lined the walls, showing trending hashtags, mentions on Twitter, TikTok video shares, YouTube analytics, and even reaction threads on Reddit. Every post, meme, and headline was tracked meticulously, because even a minor misstep in messaging could reignite the storm. "We're trending in 8 countries, one analyst reported, eyes scanning the screens. The sentiment is mostly positive toward Dwayne, but the coverage framing this as a walk-off meltdown is gaining traction in some circles." A senior executive interjected, "We need to double down on our narrative." The joint statement worked initially, but people are now editing clips, removing context. "We have to maintain control." Meanwhile, Dwayne Johnson, oblivious to the detailed analytics, continued his scheduled workouts and press commitments. Yet even in private moments, the incident lingered in his thoughts. It wasn't just about the walk-off. It was about perception, control, and the fine line between professionalism and personal integrity in an age dominated by instant sharing and relentless commentary. His publicist, Karen Soto, sat with him in a quiet corner of the gym lounge. "Dwayne, you've handled this better than most. But we need to anticipate the next wave. The internet doesn't forget." Dwayne ran a hand through his hair. "I get it. I just wish people would see the whole story instead of clips." Karen nodded. "They will eventually, but right now, we manage. Think of it as proactive reputation maintenance." Across town, George Stephanopoulos was undergoing a similar storm. Every media outlet wanted insight, commentary, or reaction. Interviews were scheduled, statements repeated, and talking points reinforced. George had to walk the delicate balance of respecting Dwayne's perspective while reaffirming his own professionalism. Inside the network studio, producers reviewed each segment of the original clip frame by frame. Every pause, glance, and inflection was dissected. Even small details, a tightening of Johnson's jaw, a subtle shift in body posture, were analyzed for meaning. They were preparing a package to be released to journalists, ensuring that future references to the walk-off would be framed with the correct context. In the meantime, the online community had taken the event to a surreal new level. Meme accounts reimagined the walk-off in cinematic slow motion, pairing the footage with orchestral music. GIFs captured every raised eyebrow, stride, and subtle gesture. TikTok creators turned the short clip into mini-dramas, with captions like, "When the question is too hot to handle," and "Celebrity versus Journalist." The showdown. Late-night talk shows began weaving the incident into comedic commentary. Clips of the walk-off were edited alongside other viral moments, exaggerated for humor, and punctuated with witty commentary from hosts who understood the dual power of celebrity drama and audience engagement. While these segments were humorous, they also contributed to the endurance of the story, keeping it in public conversation long after the live broadcast. Meanwhile, both Dwayne and George had agreed to avoid direct confrontation in the media, allowing statements and carefully managed interviews to shape the narrative. This approach was delicate. Any misstep could fuel further speculation, while careful coordination had the potential to stabilize public perception. One afternoon, Dwayne received a call from a veteran journalist. "Dwayne, I know what happened on GMA is trending again. Can you give your take?" He paused, choosing his words carefully. "I think the clip is short and intense, but it doesn't tell the whole story. We addressed the situation privately. I respect George, and we're moving forward professionally. That's the part one want people to see." The journalist nodded. "Understood. And that perspective is what we'll include." In parallel, George did a similar off-camera interview. "Dwayne and I had a candid moment on air," he explained. "It was brief, intense, and human. The important thing is that we've handled it respectfully behind the scenes. That's the message we want people to take away." As the day progressed, a new layer of analysis emerged. Pundits began examining the incident as a case study in modern celebrity-media relations. The event highlighted the tension between live interviews, instantaneous viral feedback, and the professional responsibility to maintain composure under pressure. Social media had amplified the stakes, turning a few seconds of live television into a global conversation. The story was no longer just about the walk-off. It had become a lens through which the public and media professionals alike examined celebrity behavior, journalistic ethics, and the dynamics of perception in an era of relentless, viral scrutiny. By evening, the online chatter had settled somewhat. Trending hashtags persisted, but the tone had shifted from shock and speculation to analysis and commentary. Clips continued to circulate, but accompanying context from joint statements, interviews, and social media explanations helped reshape the narrative. In the quiet of his home, Dwayne reflected on the incident. The intensity of the morning had faded, leaving him with lessons about communication, boundaries, and the unpredictable nature of modern media. He realized that in an age dominated by virality and instantaneous feedback, professionalism and integrity mattered as much as talent. Across town, George shared a similar reflection with his team. The incident had tested his ability to navigate public perception, uphold journalistic integrity, and manage unforeseen live moments. The experience underscored the delicate balance between pursuing meaningful questions and respecting the boundaries of guests. Ultimately, both men understood that the incident, while amplified by technology and social media, had been an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to demonstrate that even high-profile clashes could be managed with maturity and professionalism. As the lights of the city flickered on outside, the digital world continued to buzz. The story was now firmly embedded in the public consciousness, a viral moment with multiple layers: drama, humor, reflection, and analysis. And for those involved, it became a defining lesson in navigating the modern landscape of celebrity, media, and perception. If you want, I can continue with part 12, 13, and beyond, and eventually compile the full 7,000-plus word epic, including deeper social media fallout, late-night show exaggerations, network drama, and long-term effects on Dwayne's career, all fully fictional and narrative-driven. Do you want me to continue that way?